Fun fact, I have wrote portions of this script about 6 months ago, but never recorded anything because I thought this wasn't going to perform well at all. But if you look at my previous track record, at this point, I'll take anything I can get. If this doesn't spin in, I'm gonna... It went in! I swear to God, I just helped him. I hate this game. Growing up, a large part of my childhood was Nintendo. To be more specific, the first form of any video game I ever owned was a Wii. I loved my Wii. In fact, I still occasionally play it to this day. And if you owned a Wii like me, you most definitely have at least played Wii Sports.
Boxing.
Why is he wearing a Christmas hat?
Wii Sports played a big part in my life since it was one of the only games that my whole family enjoyed playing. But looking back at the game in 2024, this doesn't age well at all. And some of you are thinking, why don't you just play Wii Switch Sports? Well, spoilers, it sucks. Switch Sports is a sin upon man. I bought this game for like $70, played it for 3 to 4 days, and I have barely touched it since. But do you know what I do touch frequently? That sounded awful. My Quest 3. And guess what game I found while going through the specials on Steam? All-in-One Sports VR, aka really, really scuffed Wii Sports for VR.
Oh, let's go. That was a combo.
Now, I know scuffed doesn't usually mean anything good, and in this case, it doesn't. This game is scuffed. There are many, and I mean so many things I wish were different about this game. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you can't have some fun with it. For $15, you get 13 different sports. I would be lying if I said all of them are good. Honestly, I only liked a few, but at the same time, they have a lot of stuff, even though if it does kind of suck at sometimes.
All right, that's a bad indicator. Did I not just hit it? I swear to God, it just hit.
I'm going to start with the positives because in all honesty, there isn't a lot. This game does some cool things. First off, it's got a bunch of sports. Like I said, it has 13. Yes, some of them are very similar. There's tennis, there's badminton, there's...
This looks the same as this, that, and that. I feel like they're all almost the same.
But to this game's credit, even though they are similar, they're at least faithful enough to be considered its own thing. And now that I'm saying that out loud to myself, I guess it would be the bare minimum to at least make the sport like the sport. But honestly, I don't care. I'm just going to count it as a positive. So there's 13 games, and you would think since there are so many games, it would be super hard to get bored while playing this game. Fun fact, that is wrong. This could be either really positive or really negative depending on the person. This game feels very, very arcadey and honestly not realistic in a lot of aspects. For example, in games where you are throwing something, it doesn't really feel natural. It kind of feels like you have 3 fingers. I don't know how to explain that, but that's what it feels like. It's not really realistic, but it's not awful enough where it makes me super upset, but it definitely makes me feel sad sometimes. Also, the characters in this game look like a cursed mix of the Switch Sports characters and Funko Pops, and that is the end of the positives. And yes, I know that a lot of those wasn't positive, but I'm gonna be honest, the only really cool thing in this game is that there's a lot of them. Now, I'm not 100% sure what is causing this. It could be the game, or it could be the fact that I am using Airlink. Honestly, now that I think about it, it's probably because I used Airlink, but I'm gonna blame it on the game. Because whenever I moved really fast to hit something, it felt like my hands were going through the object, and it felt like I had like 5 hands. It felt super delayed.
Let's go.
2-2.
I blame it on the fact that I
service.
see like 3 balls when I play.
3.
Like, it is almost impossible to
service.
track the ball. Like, it is very choppy.
Three.
It's like, I see like 3 of them, and I don't know if this is going to translate well into the recording, but if you know what ghosting is in like gaming and like PC gaming, this is ghosting a lot. Anything fast, I see like 4 of, which is odd because I got this shit on like 90 hertz.
For boxing, there are many times where it felt like the game was being super strict. The only way to get a punch registered was to punch quite literally as hard as I can. You couldn't do any half power punches at all. It just wasn't a thing. You would have to full on haymaker the Funko Pop. That was the only way to actually hit the character. And like I said earlier, there is weird ghosting after images. I don't know if you can actually tell in this video, but whenever something was moving fast, I could see like 5 of them. And for a game that's based on sports and reflexes, that is not good at all. And I know I just brought up Airlink and that it could be the problem. Keep in mind, all PC VR games I play, I use Airlink, and I've had a great time every single time, except for this game. Am I using this as an excuse for getting clowned on and destroyed by an NPC? Maybe I am. But I'm not gonna lie, it was very, very distracting. I don't really know what to talk about when it comes to this game. In all honesty, it feels exactly what it looks like. It's janky, but it sometimes works. And when it works, to be fair, it's fine. I have a good time. Baseball, when it wasn't being weird, it was kind of fun. The boxing, when I was actually hitting that other person, it was kind of fun. The ping pong was kind of cool, but it didn't work 100% of the time. So in all honesty, it was just so confusing. I'm sure you have heard the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none. That is exactly what this game is. But instead of being okay at everything, it is mediocre at best with some good things. I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but if you want to be generous, yes, most of the games are fine. Nothing is broken, and they technically work. But at the same time, I guarantee you that I am not going to go out of my way to set up and clean my play space exclusively for this game. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good day. I know this video was a little weird. It was definitely shorter, and I actually recorded this a little differently than I usually do. Usually, I actually record sections of the video in small chunks. This time, I just went for it. I just talked, and the recording is about 15 minutes long, so I am going to shave this down a lot, probably to 6, because not a lot of this game. This game is kind of okay. Fun fact, this game is Korean. I know that because I looked around, and I know some things about Korean, because fun fact, I am half Korean. Okay, I'm going to go. I hope you guys had a good day, and continue to have a good day. I just hit my desk. I'm going to go. Bye-bye.